This podcast is sponsored by RSE Management Consulting, Inc. Richard has been my accountant for 5 years, and our relationship has grown into an incredible friendship. He now serves over 60 members in my business. The firm specializes in corporate tax, financial bookkeeping, and management advisory services for small and medium-sized businesses. His expertise is helping his clients manage the intricacies of tax law and teaching small and medium-sized businesses how to navigate the tough landscape of tax. If you want to hear more, you can go and listen to episode 203. I interviewed Richard on my podcast. The value that he has given to me over the last 5 years, to me, is truly priceless. He will work with you to create an action plan in order to organize your business finances, which in turn affects you personally in so many amazing ways that you didn't even know. You can email him at reidelberg, REITELBERG at RSEMGTCON.com, or you can call him directly at his office, area code 631-623-2400. You can also visit RSEMGTCON.com to contact and learn more, and we will upload all this information to the show notes as well. Hello, friends. Welcome to Level Up with Debbie Neal. I am your host. There is nowhere I would rather be than right here, right now with you. This podcast is all about leveling up in all aspects of our lives. Thank you for being here. I am so grateful. I'm excited to be on this journey with you. Together, we are leveling up. You ready? Hello, my incredible Level Up family. You guys, I'm so pumped. This episode is dropping on Labor Day. Okay, so I don't even think that's a holiday outside of the United States, and we have a lot of other countries listening, but I do reside in the United States of America, and so it is dropping on this day. And so what it really comes down to, this is like go time. We have September, we have October, we have November, we have December. We are 4 months out. You have 4 months to create the momentum and the business that you truly desire. And I want you to realize that 4 months is not a lot of time, but it's also a lot of time. So what do I mean by that? One, you could be in a place right now that you really thought you'd be so much further along. You have 2 choices right now. You can stand in your nonsense, you can stand in your excuses, and you can stand in your current circumstances, or you could be like, you know what? It's time to level up, and I'm changing the game right now. Because let's be really honest. If you're not where you want to be, you know there's a part of you saying 2025 is my year. And I'm going to give you this harsh reality. No, it's not. It's not going to be your year, because it starts with doing something different right now, having the guts and having the courage, okay? You could also be right on track for everything that you wanted to create in 2024, but it's right now. So what do I mean by a lot of time? And it's not a lot of time. It's not a lot of time, meaning every single day I want you to treat like it's the last day of the year. Every single day. Because let me tell you something, in 4 months is going to go by like this, in a blink. And what you do in the next 4 months matters. So I want you to treat every single day like it's precious, right? But then at the same time, I also want you to realize if you're not where you want to be, you can create so much in the next 4 months. So much. It's up to you. It's actually 1,000% up to you. So I'm going to ask you this hypothetical question. Did you set goals for this year? Did you? When that ball dropped, did you set goals? Did you make declarations? Did you tell your team where you were going? Did you tell your family? Did you tell your significant other where you were going this year and what you are creating? And I'm going to tell you this. Are you ready to do what you said you were going to do? You know, one of the questions I get all the time is, how does my family take my business more serious? How does my significant other take my business? You need to take it serious. And you need to realize that your words have power. They have power. I remember, and I've told this story a few times. I remember when my daughter Brooke, who's now about to turn 26 years old, she's a vice president in my business. She was 6 when I started. She came with me to speak at a big event, it was very humbling because there was lines of people that wanted to meet me or take pictures. And for the first like half an hour, it was like really fun for her. And then after 30 minutes, she's like, "This is like, what's going on? Why do these people want pictures? And I was like, sweet girl, like mommy actually built something pretty incredible. And I'm like, I guess that's like a little bit of my ego. I'm trying to justify it. But here's the powerful thing. She looked at me and she said, Mom, all you are is a mom who did what she said she was going to do. So although it felt like at the time she minimized what I had created a standard that my words meant something. So are you ready to do what you said you were going to do? And so today's podcast is like kind of my coaching tips, right? To take your business not only to the next level, but so far beyond that. So let's get right into it. And today I'm going to be moving along for your benefit and my benefit, because I think people like when podcasts are a bit shorter. And also my son, who's 23 years old, is moving out tomorrow. So my 26-year-old doesn't live here anymore. My 23-year-old is moving out tomorrow. Okay. And honestly, I don't know his Instagram handle by heart, but he's awesome. He has a great corporate job. He also started his own business. He's an amazing human being to follow when it comes to like mindset, running Ironmans, also Tyler Neal. So he's moving out tomorrow. And my babies are sophomores in college. So it's going to be like me and my golden doodle, and I'm not well with it. So I have a million things to do today because he's moving out tomorrow. Okay, number one, you have to see it in your mind. You have to see what you're creating this year in your mind. You can't just like say it. Words do not have meaning unless there's feeling behind it. You have to believe it. So if you say, I am this title or this income, you have to believe it. Your body can never take the steps that it takes until you see it in your mind first. You have to feel it. You have to get in that space. And let me tell you something. You have to create this yourself. This takes a decision and discipline. Some people are like, I'm going to reach this level. I'm going to reach that level. Really? Do you believe it? Do you affirm it? Because if you don't believe that it's possible for you, you will never take the bold actions required. So I want you to affirm it. I want you to say it out loud. I want you to say it with conviction. And people avoid this. They avoid this. But let me give you this reality. You are not creating it without it. We operate at our belief level. So do you see what you are creating in your mind like it's absolute? Like you see, you could get yourself pumped around it. You're excited about it. Like, behind that curtain, when the new year comes in, that new title, that new income, whatever it is, it's yours. Do you believe that it's yours? That's the number one. Number two, you need to cast your vision boldly and often. Boldly and often. And my friends, let me tell you something. That's called leadership. Leaders lead the ship. That's what leaders do. And the longer you avoid it, the more attrition you are going to have in your organization. Period. The end of story. Success takes guts. It really does. It takes courage. Average people, and you're not average, you're listening to Level Up. Okay. Average declare a goal, but then when they feel like they're off it, or they're going to miss it, or they got distracted, they stop declaring it. You get up again. If you set a goal last month and you get up again and you declare it again. I just did an episode on duplication. Duplication is not a little thing in your business. It's everything. If you set a goal and you miss it, your team is watching. How do you show up next month? You're like, this is our month. You do it over and over and over again. That's what it takes to grow to the next level. You get up again and you keep going. Success is a journey. And every single time you get off that wheel of declaration or off that wheel of vision, you are slowing your entire team down. It's amazing when people are like, yeah, we're doing this. You enroll a whole team. And then when you feel off, you go sit on the side of the road and pout? And then what? They're all kind of just like left there. Like what? Like, right? So it's really easy to have great energy when you feel on target. Leaders lead the ship, right? And they're constantly casting their vision. They stand in their vision. They stand in that vision with strength. And I'm going to share my story. I've shared it with you many, many times, but I started my network marketing business May 30th, 2006. never was involved with another network marketing company, never sold a thing in my life, knew nothing about the industry. Okay. So in my company, there's a level, it's one of the VP levels that you have the ability to earn a cash bonus, right? Towards a Mercedes Benz. Now I saw the averages. I saw the average. First of all, I read the earnings statement, and I encourage you to read every earnings statement that your company has, because legally they have to say what's probable, what's average. So I saw the averages. I saw it was probable, but I was like, I'm making a bold decision. I don't want to be in that category. They do those things to be like, they can't make an income claim, but I can make a success claim. I can claim success on my own life. So I made a bold decision and I stood in my goal. And then the top level in my company, right, was the next VP level. And we had the ability to earn a trip to Maui, which was going to be in January. I started my business the end of May. You guys, nothing about this was probable. Nothing about this was average. Nothing about this was guaranteed. But I was like, you know what? I'm going to test my limits. I'm going to test my mindset. I'm going to like emerge and have this winner mindset. And I started my business, and over and over and over again, I introduced myself with, affirming it. My name is Debbie Neal. This is my title today. September 1. This is the title my team will have. December 1st, I'm leading my team to the top of this company, over and over. My friends, that was before anybody joined my team. Anybody, no matter what came my way, no matter who quit, no matter who said no, no matter who laughed at me, no matter what cancellation I got, no matter what personal event happened in my family, over and over and over. And the more I said it, the more I believed it. And then the more I believed it, you know what I did? I became bold. I became brave. And I took the actions to create it, because words aren't enough. Words aren't enough. Clearly, right? But however, the words that I was saying over and over again became my belief, and my belief dictated my actions, and my actions created my result. Every single person that I shared the business with knew exactly where I was leading my team. Every team member knew exactly where we were going. That's leadership. People are craving leadership. So if you want to lead your team to the top, it takes growing in more ways than you could possibly imagine. Visionaries see what they want. They're constant creators. They hold their vision higher than anything. You have to see a vision and believe a vision. That's how you create a vision. So people are like, oh my gosh, when it's meant to happen, it's going to happen. No. It doesn't work that way. Every presentation, every conversation, every darn day, you stand in that vision. That is how it becomes your reality. Number 3, set a goal and stand in it. You don't set a goal till it gets hard. You don't set a goal till you get distracted. You don't set a goal till people quit. You don't set a goal until, most people do not set a goal and stand in it. That's the truth. If you're going to be a listener on my podcast, I want to give you the tools. I want to give you the information. I want to give you the inspiration to lead yourself and your team to the top of your company. But most people do not set a goal and stand in it. They just don't. They don't. That's why some things are not probable and some things are not average, because we're living in a world today that people set a goal when it's convenient. They work it when it's convenient. They work it when they feel like it. No, if you're going to run a business on emotion, you're not going to get very far. So do you want to be like most people, or do you want to be different? Because if you want to be in the top percent, it does take thinking like somebody that's in the top percent. Where are you leading your team by January 1st? What level is that? What amount of sales is that? And so now take that number, January 1, that's required, and now backtrack it and set monthly goals accordingly. And so when I decided back in my journey to lead my team to the top of the company by December 1, I knew some people tell me oh, this is what I'm going to do. Do you know the sales that it takes? Do you know what it takes? Or are you just throwing spaghetti up against a wall? So when I made that decision for December 1, I knew what my final monthly goal had to be, right? And then I backtracked to the 6 months prior, and I set monthly goals accordingly. And I worked every day like it was happening. And so when you enter that space and that energy, my conversations were bigger. My activity was immense. My energy was in alignment with the goal I was creating. My effort was relentless. I had faith And I had that relentless activity, that relentless energy, and it compounds over time. It blows my mind how people avoid relentless today. They don't like the word relentless. They want to feel natural. They want it to feel easy. It's relentless. You need to want this more than anything else. And people take that literally. It doesn't mean I loved my business more than my family. I built my business from my family. I built my business from my family. So do you have the mindset and the discipline to truly make up your mind that you're going to meet your goal for 2024? Are you willing to draw a line in the sand to create it? Like, here's where I am. The line is drawn. There's no other option. There's nothing more powerful than a made up mind. You know, people think they make up their mind. They think they make up their mind. A made up mind is like, no matter what, I'm seeing this through. So stay in that energy, stay in that decision, no matter what. And that is what it takes. Anything other than that doesn't work. And I want to be honest, because you know what happens when we don't meet a goal? Let's say you have a goal for two things either happen if you don't meet your goal. Number one, you tried to bargain with the price. Or number two, you just didn't want it bad enough. Those are the only two reasons you're not going to hit your goal by the end of the year, right? And so for me, you're always going to get the truth. Greatness requires more. Leveling up takes boldness. Number four, create activity and be the leader of your organization. So it's really great if you have an upline, somebody that's creating the activity, creating the calls, inspiring you to create activity. If you really want to know when results happen, when nobody has to push you, when nobody's picking up that phone and say, you're only this close to your goal and you could do this. When you have that relentless energy, it's like you have that eye of the tiger focus. It's a deep down knowing. And what happens that you actually create exactly what it takes to create that goal. And in this profession, we sell product. And I'm always looking to enroll leaders to do the same. But that takes activity. You can post all day long on social media. But if your goal isn't to take that connection that you make offline, to expand it, to build upon it, then you're only going to be in a selling business. I love my products. I love to sell. Okay. But I want to expand. I want to build. I want to multiply. And nothing is more powerful than face to face, which I actually did do a podcast a few weeks ago on why you want to have in-person presentations and the power of them. So even last night, I was in a living room doing a presentation. I would say there was about 10 people there. And a woman came to just support her friend. She was invited to this presentation. And I sat there talking with her at the end of the night. And she's like, I now have a dream planted inside of my heart. This is exactly what I was looking for. And I had absolutely no idea. So again, the leader that hosted that event was creating activity. This is a business. Businesses don't just grow in your head, meaning I can't just think about it. You want to think and create that belief system, but are you willing to drive? The event that we went to last night, hour and a half each way. I'm 18 years in my business. I'm a top income earner. I'm still doing it. And I'm not saying that to impress you. Okay. I'm saying that to impress upon you. I love what I do. I'm a professional at what I do. And this is not a do as I once did business. This is a do as I do business. This business model is powerful and I work it. Are you willing to make sacrifices, right? Because many want this. They want this. But then they make their why their excuse. I did not build to the top of my company being home every single night to tuck my kids in. And some people are like, oh my word, but I want, and I don't mean to sound heartless. I love my kids. And when I started Arbonne, Brooke was 6, Tyler was 4, Bailey and Ryan, who turned 20 tomorrow, were 1.5. There were times my front door had like 2 big glass windows on either side. There was faces pressed up against it when mommy walked out that door. There was times that I was not there at bedtime. And I am so blessed that they had a father that was there at bedtime and was amazing and picked up the pieces when I was out building this for us. But I missed things and I made sacrifices. That is what success takes. In this profession, you have the ability. This is not the probability. You have the ability to make 6 and 7 figures. Is it average? No. Is it what most people do? No. Is it possible? You bet it is. But you cannot create that treating your business like a hobby. I love when people say, I'm going to work this business and I'm going to retire from my corporate job, but I can't get on calls these days and I can't do this and I can only do 2 activities a month. Okay. This is not going to be a profession to you. I love when people say you could fit it into the nooks and crannies of your life. I didn't fit this. You can fit a hobby into the nooks and crannies of your life. You can't fit a business that you want to be your plan A into the nooks and crannies of your life. You need, and you know what? Maybe some people are like, but that's not what I was told. You need to really think about what you want to earn on a piece of paper and then think, do you really think you can accomplish that 10 hours a month? Like let's just all have a reality check here, okay? Hobby effort brings you hobby results. Period. Number 5. Be the difference that you want to see in your business and be the difference that you want to create in your business. Get on calls. Here's the thing. A lot of people say, I'm a team of 1, I'm a team of 2. Like I can't get on the call. My kids have this or I can't do that. When I started my business, and to this day, 18 years later, calls are a priority. There was no Zoom at the time. Calls, every Sunday night at 9 p.m., we had a call. If we were out at a family event, they knew mom had to be on a call at 9. If for some reason my kids were still up, they knew mom had to be on a call at 9. In order to build a business to the likes that I have today, I had to treat it like I was earning that from day one. Right? That's where that be do have. I knew what I wanted to earn in this business. And if I was earning that and it was my plan A and I was leading the call, would I be on it? And so I had to be on there as a brand new person without a team. If you're not on calls, your team is not on calls. And I'm going to tell you this, you can't build to the top of anything like that. It's not leadership, it's a hobby. And again, I just did a podcast on duplication. If you're not on, your team is not on. If you're not on, you're not plugged in. People think, oh yeah, I know what I need to do. No, you don't. No, you don't. People think I have the vision. No, you don't. Like literally, no, you don't. You need to be on the calls, period. Now you could say, you know what, Debbie, I don't want to be. No problem. I'm giving you tips to take your business all the way in 2024. If you're not on the calls, period, please don't wonder why you're not getting the results that you want, right? Influence is earned. Influence is the ability to move people. People follow influence, right? And influence is leadership. So if you're not making these things a priority, please don't wonder why your business is where it is. Earn your bonuses. If you aren't committed to excellence, you aren't in alignment with your goals or your potential. You cannot grow to heights that you're thinking about in your mind if you aren't pushing yourself to be excellent. Train. Do what it takes. Work in the dark. That's how you win in the light. Earn your bonuses. I'm not talking about maintaining a level. I'm talking about above and beyond. You know, one of the tips I was given when I started my business, and everybody's compensation plan is a little bit different, is earn every bonus that's available to you. Now, with us, I could only earn the highest, but I could still see the numbers so I know that I'm earning all of them, if that makes sense. Earn every single bonus, every single month, regardless of the amount of leaders that you promote out. Because when I promote out leaders, they're no longer a part of my bonus, right? And so over and over and over and over, that is how you're committed to excellence. Be the hardest working person on your team. Don't expect your team to get you to the next level. It's up to you to show them the standard, the vision, and what is possible. Your work ethic is contagious. It creates energy. When this is your goal, you're always going to be leading versus dragging people along. And I know, like me, I don't drag. I'm working with the workers. I run with the runners. Lead your team to the next level. Lead your team to the next level. I'm calling on your greatness right here. Leadership is a privilege. It's a responsibility. And one of the reasons that I personally was so hungry and obsessed to go to the top of my company is because, and beyond, is so I could look people in the face and say, I can teach you how. You know, when I was enrolling people in my business, I looked at them and said, I'm going to lead us to the top. I can lead you to the top. I had to do that. Or I felt, some people don't feel they need to do that. But until I did it, I didn't have the ability to coach anyone there. So my verbiage before I grew to the top was my vision, right? This is where we're going. This is where our team headed. This is the goal. This is the date. Bold and often, because this was not we. This was not me. It was we. So if I didn't declare that, like we grew to the top of the company, I led my team to the top. And that was the starting point for me. How can you ever look someone in the face and paint the possibilities if you haven't done it? Like, I want you to wear that responsibility because it's time to do it. That's why I want to get inside your heart and your soul and kind of twist you around a little bit. Sometimes you might want to say, I want to punch that woman in the face. Good. Get in line, take a number like you're at the deli counter because you're not the only one. Okay. So friends, this is where the rubber meets the road. If you're listening to this on drop day, it's Labor Day 2024, right? Right now, you're at a fork in the road, and you could be listening to this in October, you listen to this in November, whatever. You're at a fork in the road and it's game time. And I'm asking you to stop settling. I'm asking you to play bigger. I'm calling on your greatness. Our industry is amazing. Network marketing, in my opinion, is the best business model on the planet, but it's up to you to be evidence of what's possible. The longer you stay where you are, the more your team believes that it's not possible for them. You set the tone. You set the speed. You set the momentum. You set the standard. Stop making it look hard. Most fear that stress. It isn't stress. It's called growth. That uncomfortable feeling is growth. You cannot become who you are meant to be by remaining who you are today. Make this about others. And I'm saying this with love. The longer you stay where you are, you're making it about you. You're not ready. Maybe you have enough. Maybe you have distractions. Maybe you're sitting in a valley, building resentment versus resilience. Maybe you're okay with where you are, but this isn't about you. Leadership is a privilege. We're living in a world today that most care about the amount of followers they have. Leaders don't focus on followers. Their mission is to develop leaders. Leadership isn't a position. It isn't a title. It's action. And it's an example. Are you truly ready? It begins right now. Head down, blinders on, black out the noise, lose the distractions, surround yourself with winners, keep your circle very tight, stay focused, get obsessed, do not take your eyes off the goal, be relentless, show up bigger than ever, speak life and success into yourself, embody the energy and the mindset of the leader and the income that you want to create, speak only of what you want, watch your words, mind your mind, stay in your own lane, show your team what is possible, and live in your word. I don't listen to what people tell me. I listen to what people show me. And your team does the same. We're living in a world today that people avoid the grind. That is not how you become legendary. Every single day, we have a choice. We could have lazy status or legend status. I believe in you, and it is time to be a legend. Create a legacy and become the unstoppable leader that others want to join and follow. I love you, friends.